Sweetgrass basket maker Corey Alston has been busy, from making sweetgrass baskets to presentations. In this special edition of Quintin's Close-Ups, I sit down with them one-on-one. Well, Corey, it is so good to see you again.
Yes, same here.
Well, we see each other all the time.
Very true.
You work in market, I work in market. But the last time we did an interview was, what, 4 years ago?
It's been a little while. It's been a lot going on with me since then. So I'm glad you're meeting with me.
Yes, sir. Anytime.
Yes.
Well, let me turn to the obvious, because obviously you had a contest for the Charleston Area Convention and Visitors Bureau.
Correct.
And in fact, Kathy Clark won it because they teamed up with you, creator of the first ever Sweetgrass basket, to give away a beautiful Sweetgrass basket valued at $500 to the one very lucky follower. Very true. When you think of that, what goes to your mind?
Well, it goes to my mind is how far this art form has came. At one time, it was more of a necessity during older times, plantation days. These were tools on the plantation that were used for agricultural purposes. You know, the necessity of making a piece more utilitarian now is becoming more of a desired piece of art. And so we have came a long way as a culture. Us in the Gullah culture, we came a long way with the older artisans paving the way for us younger generation. So what goes to my mind is blessings. You know, it's such a blessing to be able to be a part of this wonderful culture and be recognized as one of the younger generations that's keeping the culture alive.
And your particular new app, which is very unique, is being recognized. Talk to me more about that.
Well, the app was something that I've been hearing, over and over again. That young generation, they're not doing nothing. The art form is dying. It's not staying alive as we want it, coming from the older artisans or older officials of the Charleston County. And so my mindset was, wow, if I can think of something that keeps us relevant, if I can think of some kind of way to keep us being talked about, or someone in Europe that has been to Charleston and they want to get a one-of-a-kind, but maybe it wasn't a good time for them, someone on the West Coast of America, what have you, how can they get a basket designed the way they want it to look and then have it delivered to them? So I teamed up with some fellas. They did an awesome job for me. They took my vision, they coded it to make an app, just that benefits the culture, Corey name has been spoke a lot about, me designing the app, creating the app, but it's also something that keeps us alive as a culture. Whenever you can see us, whenever you can talk about something over and over again, it stays relevant.
That's right.
And so any other things that I've done in my Gullah culture is also for that same concept to more keep us relevant. My photography business, my Unity Rose project. I mean, whatever I have going on is not about me. It's about the culture. And so that's usually wherever it's all said and done. When it's at the end of the day, it's about the culture. Yeah.
You said a couple of things that stuck out to me.
Right.
Relevancy, concept, and of course you. You said it's not about you.
Correct.
But who is Corey Alston these days?
Well, I mean, I'm a godly man. I'm a man of God. First and foremost, without that core foundation, I wouldn't be who I am today. So first and foremost, then I have two beautiful children, married 15 years, and so that little nugget right there is basically what has me so driven to do well, because I have someone always watching me, I have a family to provide for, and so it just makes me go harder, I enjoy what I do. It doesn't feel like work. It's a passion that I enjoy, meeting different people, different walks of life, doing different festivals, speaking at different public engagements, doing seminars for the youth, the Charleston County. I do a lot with the children in third grades, and so it's more keeping a proud culture alive that it seems like to me when I was in grade school or middle school, we weren't talked about as much. It wasn't so much. It was always there, don't get me wrong, but it seems like as time has progressed, the term Gullah people are getting more recognition, more recognized. Okay. And so if it's something that it intrigues a person, but they still don't understand what it's all about, then I enjoy explaining the culture to those that are familiar with the word. I also started something very recently, this week, matter of fact. I called it the Gullah Experience. What that consists of is me presenting 5 stages of Gullah on a personal level, more like a house party. So I did one of my first adventures. You can see it on my Facebook page of Corey Alston, Sweetgrass. And the pictures capture the different stages of that gathering. Was awesome. So the 5 stages was me speaking in Gullah, me telling the history of the Gullah people, showing the weaving, reading a book that I selected that speaks about us as a culture, and then I cooked a dish. And so that dish that I cooked was then tasting Gullah, and so it was a great opportunity. It was supposed to be about an hour and a half. It went into about 3 hours. We had a blast. It also gave the opportunity for the people to be, one-on-one shopping with me.
Yes.
And so I was able to present both of my businesses, the photography and the physical weaving. And we had a good time. It was a good time. And so if anyone wants to redo that, of course, just book me through the business Facebook page.
Sure.
And I'll bring the party to them.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow.
Some good stuff.
Yes, indeed.
Yes.
You talk about the concept.
Right.
What are you coming up next as far as Gullah and the African American history is concerned?
Well, I was called today from the Penn Center. That's on St. Helena. We call it Frogmore Island.
Right.
And so the Penn Center called me out today because I'll be doing an event for them on March the 11th. And so whenever I get calls from those important industries and foundations, it says to me, Corey, you're doing the right thing. You got people recognizing you and they want you to be a part of them.
Sure.
And so I'll be doing a presentation there at the Penn Center. Once again, keeping the culture alive, keeping us relevant. Have some more things going. Next weekend, I'll be in Hilton Head at another Gullah event. It'll be a 2-day festival that's on Hilton Head Island. I had to look at the calendar, Quintin. I got so much going on. And so when they called me today from Penn Center,
right.
I didn't want to overbook myself. I said, well, let me make sure I'm not booked for that day.
Right.
Because I'm good for my word. If I say I'm going to be there, I'm going to be there and on time.
That's you.
Yes.
Well, let me turn to really the night market. As you know, that's coming up, March 11th?
It's right around the corner.
What is the biggest difference between the past few night markets and this one coming up?
Well, from my understanding, the management has headed up a great team of vendors. What makes the night market so special that I enjoy is it's all handcrafted artisans. In day market, you may find someone that imports different goods or what have you. Night market is so significant to the Charleston area because they're all handmade artisans only. The music is more like you get the music, you get food, you get artisans. The environment is great. The people, the vendors have great personalities. It's something that I enjoy walking through even when I'm not working. It's just a feel-good atmosphere.
Yes.
Some of the corner musicians, they you just stay there and listen to them. You can have dinner, come back. I will actually be back in night market this summer as well. My oldest daughter, she wants to run the business, and so I'm super excited for her. She'll be able to run the booth. She's a lot like me, so she'll be able to talk to the people and enjoy customer interacting. I won't be far. My wife and I may do dinner somewhere, or we may walk to the Battery or something, but it gives her the opportunity of becoming more socially aware of her surrounding without social media. That doesn't build a person.
Right.
And so having the experience of talking with different customers, different walks of life is something I very so much value for her. And I can only see the best coming out of that.
Wow. You actually said this on Facebook, quote, hands tired, wrist killing me, but work is complete and looking keen. I done did my job, and Ricky smiled in his voice.
Yeah. That's me. When it's all said and done, I am an artist, but I enjoy having fun, and so when I quoted Ricky Smiley, he always used that term. Right. I done did my job, and so when I made a few very nice pieces and shipped them out to different customers, I took a shot of a 4-piece, if I'm not mistaken, 4-piece basket that I had all together. Yeah, I felt like I did my job. Yes. My wrist was hurting. Every now and then I suffer from carpal tunnel because I pull the basket so firm it actually bothers my wrist area. So when I say my wrist is tired or hands are hurting, you know, we do hand make these things. They've been woven by hand for generations, you know, and so yeah, that's me being a little silly. I'm glad you've seen that poster. Yeah, I'm glad you've seen that.
Well, let me take you a few blocks down. Okay. Obviously, a week ago, we were all devastated by the fire at T-Bones.
Correct.
You've been there. I've been there. I used to work there.
Right.
When you heard that, where were you emotionally?
Honestly, that's one of my lunchbox. Yes. And so it was a couple buddies of mine. We say, well, we got to find wings somewhere else.
Qology barbecue.
Yeah, we got to check it out. But I enjoy. It's always so close to my booth. Right. You know, so that was just a quick, you know, change the scenery for us. I understand they be back up and rolling in March, so we can't wait. Wow. It's gonna be good to have that back open because it is a big part of the city market. You know, as far as me as a vendor in the market, I eat there a lot, and I send a lot of people there. You know, word of mouth is great. Absolutely. You know, people ask me, Corey, where would you go at for you know, a good steak and a cocktail? Right. You know, but then they also have the awareness of price point. Right. I said, well, T-Bone's a great spot, you know, right there. The management crew there, I know them all, right. You know, and so my sister and I, we get wings there. I say once every 2 weeks, wow. But it's a good hangout. I couldn't believe how bad they said the fire was. Right. That day I was off. I was doing a presentation at another location, so I couldn't be in the market that day. But I was told how bad it was and how they had it all taped off and whatnot. I can just visualize, you know, what it would look like, but I've seen them already start tearing it down. So it's going to be up and rolling, and before you know it, we're going to be having some wings again.
Yes, indeed.
Also, Qology.
That's right, absolutely.
Yes.
Well, if I were to talk to you for Quintin's Close-Ups 5 years from now, what would you say about you and your Sweetgrass Baskets business?
In 5 years? Wow, that's... I'm sure I'll be coming up with more products, more different endeavors, a few different business lines. I'm sure because I'm always growing and looking for new ways of showing the culture and keeping us relevant. I don't see it changing me as a person. If I am a little more recognized in the industry, I would always be the same guy. You know, in 5 years, anything can happen financially or with recognition. It's not going to change my foundation, my personality. Mm-hmm. I'm always be down to earth, no matter, you know, what happens or who recognizes me as, because I'm a real guy, you know. And so 5 years ago to today, I'm still the same Corey. Yes. You know, and so if you ever see any of my Facebook pages, I'm usually posting business. Right. I've been very business oriented. I have 4 pages. And I rarely put any personal stuff out there. It's all about me staying focused to the cause of providing for my family. Yeah.
That's good to hear.
Yeah, so 5 years gonna be the same guy. Yeah, man.
I'm looking forward to it.
Same guy. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Well, Corey Alston, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it.
It's been a pleasure. I want to thank y'all. Thanks for hearing. If you would check out any of those social medias, I am on all forms. You're going to find me on Instagram under Gullah Woven Photo. That's my photography company. If you have any office buildings, restaurants that you'd like to have some of the low country art displayed in there, please feel free to reach out. Gullah Experience is one of the new things. You should definitely book it. You will definitely enjoy. I come out there with my big pot and all the goodies that are in the pot. Check the page out. And if you see me on Instagram or someone else posts a picture on Instagram, I am aware of it. So I did have a lot of people saying, Corey, did you know you were on this? Yeah, I did. And I do appreciate those that reached out. We got over 2,000 hits. It's going to be a great experience. Try the app. You know, get a Unity Rose. I mean, there's so much things going on with me, but check me out. I want to appreciate y'all.
Oh, and we appreciate you.
Yeah, I really do. Really do.
And thank you.
It's been a pleasure.
Likewise.
Yes, it's been a pleasure.
Thank you.